Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shakir Ashraf bin Sirajuddin Salva. I'm from DIB 4C. So today I'm going to present about a topic in my subject, cross-cultural management, which is called how to negotiate in Australia. So Australia, for those of you who don't know, has a nickname, and it's called the land down under. Okay, so let's know what's let's know about the facts of Australia. Facts about Australia is that the capital of Australia, it's called Canberra. It has 24.999 million people. It is one of the smallest continent, but one of the biggest countries in the world. That means it's a country of, or in other words, it is a country of its own continent. They use the dollar as their currency, the Australian dollar, and their official language is English. So it's going to be easy for English speaking businesses to start a business to start or expand their business in Australia. But coming back to their nickname, why is it called the land down under? Because geographically speaking, if you look at the globe, Australia is actually is also known as one of the lowest countries in the world. Their country is near Antarctica. Not that near, but it is that low actually. So that's why it's called the land down under. So talking about business. So if we were to actually pursue a business in Australia or even start one, we will have to know the mentality of the Australians or Aussies, if you would prefer to call them. Okay, so what is their business mentality? What is their character, their characteristics? So number one, they are straightforward people. That means when in discussion or making any decisions, they just say that yes, deal. We make a deal. We don't have a deal. That's it. They don't twist and turns around to make you feel better. No, they don't do that. Straightforward. Yes, deal or no deal. That's it. And second thing about Australians is that they are receptive to new ideas. For those receptive to new ideas is actually more towards those who are trying to start up a new business. If you have a new concept, a new product, or a new service, yes, it is encourageable for you to start your business in Australia because Australians generally accept they accept to new ideas, they accept to new things in their country. The third thing about Australians is that they are modest people. They don't like to show off. They just like to be, or in other words, they're just relaxed people. They don't actually show off their wealth. They don't brag about it. They don't exaggerate. They're quite relaxed people. Fourth is that they are slow in making decisions. We will elaborate that later. And fifth, most interesting part about Australians is that they are very patient people. It's not easy for someone to be really patient in business, even though you have to have that sort of patience. But basically, it's quite tough. But for Australians, yes, they are very patient people. So next, we're going to talk about the negotiating process in Australia. How to negotiate in Australia. So the negotiating process is divided into three: attitudes and styles, sharing information, and pace of negotiations. For attitudes and styles, Australians engages in a friendly debate aimed at reaching a mutual and agreeable solution. Uh, well, in this case, I think all of us know that Australians are actually debating people. They like to debate, but they don't debate on the basis to say that they are right or to prove themselves as narcissistic. But they debate to actually come to a mutual agreement. That means when they work, basically Australians, they work as a team. So in a team, they will always debate so that everyone would come to the same agreement and agree with the decision made by their bosses. Everyone must be on board. They don't like one one worker having a different opinion. But if it's the matter, if the matter is like for the good of the company, they would want every single worker to agree with what they have to propose. That's one thing about Australians. I mean, how to negotiate in Australia. Second is sharing information. Sharing information is the best way to build trust. Yes, the more information you share, the more easy it's the more easier for you to be trusted in Australia because if you have knowledge, if you have knowledge and you only have little knowledge of what you are doing, then it's like nobody will trust you because you know nothing. But if you know, but if you know your business completely, thoroughly, and you just keep on sharing the information, talking about your company, keep on talking, Australians will trust you more. Thirdly is the pace of negotiation. The faster and longer the presentation, the better. The fast negotiation is that how you negotiate, you must be simple and understandable. But longer is much more for multinational corporations, big businesses in Australia. Longer means that you must present your business or anything, your presentation basically must be thorough or detailed so that it is easier to be understandable. But that's only for big businesses in Australia. Other than big businesses, just simple but understandable. Okay, next we're going to talk about bargaining. Bargaining tactics are not recommended in Australia. Bargaining will only discourage them to work with you. Forceful methods or pressure methods are not popular among Australians. Like I said earlier just now, Australians, they are much more relaxed people. They don't like to work in a very pressurized environment, a very intense environment. They don't like to work in those kind of environments. They like to work as a team. They like to work and as a team, they like to be relaxed so that nobody will be stressful or make any irrational decisions, and above all, nobody panics. So that's one thing about Australians. When it comes to bargaining, it's not recommended. It's not very popular because it's actually a pressure. It's actually a pressure method in doing business there. So bargaining is totally out of the context. Decision making. All right. So as I mentioned before, this is where we will elaborate about decision making. Decisions are made slowly. Australians prefer to work as a team. The top managements will consult with subordinates in any projects. So decision making, like I mentioned, is made slowly because Australians, they like to work as a team. They prefer to work as a team. They don't like individual work. It's not that they don't like, but they prefer to work as a team because in a team you will share your ideas, you will share your thoughts, your opinions. Everyone shares that, and that's good because the more you share, maybe the more you share, the more benefits you'll get. If you criticize, then you can repair your the mistakes that you made, and you can start a new one. So that's one thing about Australia. That's why they make decisions slowly because they really like to work as a team. And this is considered to be one of the unique things in Australia is that the top managements will consult with subordinates in any projects. Yeah, it's quite illogical for top management bosses to actually consult with subordinates. Why would anyone do that? Because the chain of command goes up and it doesn't go down. But in Australia, it goes down not because they would say that they are humble, but because Australians, like I highlighted just now, they work as a team. and bosses make decisions, but the one who actually moves the project, that conducts the project, is the subordinates. That's why top managements, bosses, will always consult with subordinates because they are the conductors of a project. So that's one of the best things about Australia. You rarely see this in any other country. So now we're going to talk about the communication style in Australia. Australians are relaxed people. They are very open and direct when communicating. They are less formal people. They are less politically correct, but tend to put directness before diplomacy. So, what does this mean? As I mentioned, Australians are relaxed people. They don't like to work in an environment which is very intense. No, relaxed. They are relaxed people. They are very open and direct when communicating. That means Australians, they are very very critical, but they are open to new ideas. Thirdly is that they are less formal people. They don't sometimes you don't have to wear like basically let's start with attire. It's as simple. You don't for group presentation, you don't have to actually wear a full suit. It's not that they don't like it, it's okay, but because they are less formal people, if you were to wear plain clothes which is presentable and it's basically a proper, you can wear it. You don't have to wear a suit, like full suit with a blazer with a tie. It's not necessarily. Not necessarily. You can wear something normal. They are less politically correct but tend to put directness before diplomacy. That means when, in example, when they are working in a team, when it's time to actually divide into tasks, they just divide it. They don't ask their group members which position do you like, which position do you prefer. They don't do that. They just straightforward. I give you this position, you do this position. Only after then they will start working as a team. What does it mean by putting by directness before diplomacy. So okay, so basically that's it about Australia. I hope you enjoy this video, and so thank you for watching. My name is Shakir Ashraf from DIV4C. Again, thank you for watching. So goodbye.